Jordy, dude, big news. I just heard Vin Diesel just announced there's going to be a new Fast and Furious movie.
Oh,
I know, right?
another one.
Man.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, like, I've lived a good life, and I started thinking the other day, like, I'd be totally fine to go right now. Like, honestly. It's not like a suicidal thing. It's just like, you know what? I'm totally fine with it. If death comes a-knocking. But then all of a sudden I find out, wait, another Fast and Furious movie? Well, I got to stick around for that shit. No, honestly, I every once in a while I do like to watch a really brain dead action movie, right? But those ones it's just too brain dead for me.
Yeah.
Like it's
Ludacris
actual
going to space.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, man? What are we doing?
Yeah, man. I don't know why they keep doing it, but you know what? If that's their art, then wait. It sounds weird to say Fast and Furious and art in the same sentence. So yeah, besides them just announcing a new Fast and Furious movie, life is going pretty good, eh, Jordy?
It's been delightful, James.
Oh, has it? Wow, that's such a positive attitude, Jordy. I wonder what produced that answer.
Produced that answer. Well,
no, I don't give a shit. You can always say whatever the fuck's going on in your head, man. That's what I do.
I'm feeling half decent today, man.
That's good. You look half decent, actually.
Thank you.
Wait, was that a compliment?
I don't know. I'll take it.
No, you're not. I'm gonna cut it. Yeah, Jordy, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I'm pretty stoked. Summertime is here, and there is some really cool music festivals coming up. We are actually going to be attending a couple, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Salapalooza,
baby. July 12th. That's coming up here. And our guest today, Aaron James, is actually going to be performing there. So if you guys want to check out him playing. Also, Coco La Rosa, who was on the show this season. And from last season, Ashley Delphine, she's going to be there as well. So everybody come on down. You can find tickets online. It's the Iria Music Project. And yeah, it sounds like it's going to be a great time. We're actually going to make an episode out of that. Hopefully, if all my gear holds up.
It'll be an adventure.
It'll definitely be an adventure. What's that from? Adventure. Like Michael Caine says that in something, right?
Why do they fall, Master Bruce? That's not.
Yeah, that's great. Shout out Michael Caine if you're watching.
Yeah, he's cool.
No, he's probably not.
And you know what they say? When you think you're done, you're really only 40% done.
Really? Who says that?
When it comes to stamina. I think it's like David Goggins or something. Pretty cool story about that guy. But no, he used to be a big fat guy like me.
And then he converted?
And he went to fat conversion camp.
Fat conversion camp.
And he became like a Navy SEAL and shit.
Right. I remember you showing me that.
Yeah, now he's nuts. He's legit nuts. But he'll do like ultra marathons in the desert and shit. And like by the end of it, his feet are all broken. Like all the bones in his feet are broken, but he just keeps going. And like, he's like that. You can just keep going no matter what. No matter what. Like, you could be dead and keep going. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What I like about that is that it's relatable. Because like I went to Superstore the other day. And I got my mint chocolate chip ice cream in hand. I'd just taken it out of the freezer, and I walked by, and I just noticed they had a new brand of mint chocolate chip ice cream. So I quickly swiveled my neck, and it kinked so bad. But you know what I did, Jordy? I opened that freezer door, I reached in, I grabbed that mint chocolate chip ice cream. And here we are. Here we are. So there is something about people like that, Jordy, because like I say, it inspires. Yes. There's something about that, though, just being inspired to keep on going, And so I think you owe it to yourself to really, exhaust the mint chocolate chip options at the Superstore. I love it, man. I fucking love it.
I eat pizza before every podcast almost.
Every
There's
podcast,
one literally at the end of my road. So
yeah. If you think about it, pizza's not that unhealthy, though, is it? Right?
Too much of anything, right?
Protein. I've never heard them say that about mint chocolate chip ice cream before.
That it's unhealthy?
I've never seen a post from a doctor on social media.
Chocolate comes from a real thing.
Yeah.
Mint comes from a real thing.
Yeah.
Ice cream comes from a living thing.
So, yeah, if it comes from something natural, technically.
I mean, cacao plants are living things, I suppose.
Well, it's like Doritos too, right? Like everything used in the creation of Doritos came from the earth. The earth is natural. Therefore, why is Doritos not in the natural food aisle?
Is of the greatest worth. So before you knock it,
try it first. You will see it's a blessing and it's not a curse. That's actually a great segue because that song is by Mr. Ben Harper. And we had Aaron James here, who is a big fan of Ben Harper. Aaron James came out here for our very first episode against his better judgment. He was our little experiment here. Aaron James is currently not on the socials. So if you guys were hoping to find his social media, find some photos to have a quick wank, not going to happen. Aaron's going to love that. Come on.
Okay.
I'll leave it in there for you, Aaron. Anyway, but you can still go see him play live. I would not recommend having a wank in a public space. Am I going too far again, Jordy?
Yes, you are.
What the fuck? Anyway.
Why did I agree to this?
Yeah, it's about time. It's about time we get to Aaron James on the Poets Garden podcast yet again.
I don't talk a lot.
Thank God.
Always better late than never. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Take it away, Jordy. Come on now. Right on, Jordy. That was fun, buddy. Cheers.
Now that's what we call an intro.
Are we live now? Are we recording?
Yeah. I let it record, actually. I'm just going to...
Yeah, sweet. I just want to know when I should start fucking swearing.
Yeah, fucking hell. Actually, I left it recording while you guys were jamming, too. If you guys are cool with it, I'll just choose maybe like a part of it and kind of have that be the start to the
I
end.
wasn't in tune and I fucked up a lot. So.
No, but I know, but there was a part where it actually sounded spot on.
Oh, in what we just played?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Are you
cool.
okay if I use like 20 seconds?
man.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Didn't I just say when I heard Ben Harper for the first time, I'm like this. I'm listening to his CD and he's like his voice is breaking. He's off pitch a little bit in little spots, and I'm just like, oh, that's so cool, man. Like,
yeah, man,
that's so ballsy.
Exactly right. Yeah. Leaving in our vulnerabilities. We've chatted about that
100%
before. Yeah. Which I am horrible at.
Really? I think you've been doing a good job here on this podcast.
Oh, yeah. When it comes to this, yeah. I mean, it's all vulnerabilities, the entire episode. But when it comes to my music and my voice especially, I mean, whenever I would record pretty much any song, I would double my voice as well. Unless it was something where I had to like give it a ton of air and a ton of volume. So it's a little more coarse sounding. I found I couldn't double that and have it sound natural.
So you're doubling up like just the main voice. You're not like doing stacks or whatever, right?
Like I'm singing the exact same melody line like at least twice.
Gotcha.
Right?
Okay. Why would you do that? Why do you do that?
Because to me, I thought it kind of hid some of my vulnerabilities. Like if my voice quivered a little bit, well then like the second track I would nail it, so you wouldn't notice the quiver so much.
Gives it a different feeling for sure too.
Yeah, like I know a lot of artists do this where they double the voice. Actually, David Gray, who I talk about all the time, he said when he did one of his albums, I think he had hired Madonna's old producer. Yeah. And that producer was like, hey, let's try doubling your voice. And then David Gray was like offended. He's like, what? He's like, that's what artists do like when they're broke and like can't afford good equipment. I was like,
are you serious? Is that an industry thing? Okay.
I guess. Well, I don't know. I'm basing it off that one interview I saw. But
that's just how much ego he has.
Yeah. But he said he did it and he said he loved it afterwards anyway. So but cool. But yeah, man.
Well, I mean, I hate my phone, but I can't live without it.
None of us could, man. None of us could.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is like, I mean, auto-tune or whatever, Pro Tools. I don't know. I don't really know about all that shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't do any of that. I don't do
I just want to write songs and yell at people. That's what I like doing.
Hell yeah, man.
Well, but yeah, through that and through this process, like, I do want to learn a little bit about that. Yeah, I want to know.
Right, yeah.
But the technology that we have now, it's crazy. Like, what you can listen to and how clean it can sound and how in air quotes perfect it can sound, right?
Totally, man. Totally.
I don't really care about all that. That's just not me.
No, exactly, right.
I just want to.
It's-
If it sounds good to me, I'll listen to it for sure.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for for me, I'm like, okay, what else is out there? Because there's just so much.
Yeah.
It's like a crazy smorgasbord of killer tunes out there.
That's why I absolutely love when like Spotify does these like random playlists. Like I'll put on, say, like your song or whatever. Or, well, you've got 2 songs on Spotify. We should talk about that actually, because you did release your latest song, which we started the episode off with. Better late than never.
That was when was that? That was probably November 2024. Yeah, I put it up on Spotify.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been out for a little while now. Yeah.
Yeah, and a very cool song. And I actually just had it on today because I was like refreshing.
Cool.
And then afterwards, it just starts playing other similar artists, right? So,
Yes.
yeah. And so I've discovered so many amazing artists just that way too, where I'll put on something and then something else just randomly comes on afterwards.
Right.
And yeah, man, there's so much good music out there. It's insane.
I love that too. Like listen to a song and then just like pick a song and then let it go. And
Yeah.
see, I do that all the time, buddy.
Totally,
Actually, I remember when I released Lessons in Weapons and I listened to it for the first time. I put on like, it said Aaron James radio. I was like, that was fucking weird. To me. It was, I hit it. And the next song that came on was this guy named Pat Byrne. And he's an Irish guy. I think he's based out of Austin, Texas now. And he played a song and I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but anyways, I was blown away. But yeah, there's so much.
Yeah.
So much to discover. Jordy, what about you? What are you listening to these days, buddy?
That's a good question.
What's in your headphones? What's in
Let me tell you.
Jurassic Park
looking.
theme?
Yeah, sweet. Nice.
Always
The
Jurassic Park theme. That's in every
We're
playlist.
actually talking about doing an entire episode of Jurassic Park, like just to tribute that soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm doing a lot of podcasts right now, like Smart List. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, okay. Smart List. That's Jason Bateman.
Yeah.
Will
Arnett,
and Sean Hayes, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great podcast.
Just kind of rediscovered Arcade Fire. They had a couple.
They got a new album out too, don't they? Arcade Fire, right?
One really good song, Wake Up. I like that one.
Cool. Yeah.
And then, because we talked to our last guest, I was looking up his Instagram and he had a song that I remember one of my girlfriends had on back in the day on one of her playlists. And it was such a banger. It's You and Me by the Wannadies. It's like a 90s kind of, I don't know, it's a cool song. And I was like, oh man, that brought back so many memories. Like, yeah, I've just been feeling nostalgic, to be honest, lately. Unwritten Law. Yeah. Stuff like that from high school, you know.
Well, music has that power, eh? The power of nostalgia, does
Bringing
it?
you back, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Totally, man.
It is.
Yeah.
And a lot of Jimmy Eat World lately, too.
Jimmy Eat World, nice.
I love it.
Okay.
I'm getting a bit of nostalgia right now, actually, too. Because
Nice.
about a year ago when we started this project,
That's right.
I called up a friend of mine named Aaron James, and you came out. You were our first guest. So
I was, yeah.
thank you again, because that was huge. That was like a big, experiment for us, right?
Yeah.
And you were willing to put yourself through that. And here you are back, and it's been almost a year. So what has been happening for Aaron James over the last year?
Yeah, lots.
Lots.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot can happen in a year.
Yeah.
But, in the context of music, I had kind of a shift, like a paradigm shift in my thinking about what I want to do with music, where I want to go. So when I was here last, so let's start with like when I was here last.
Yeah.
I was super excited, meeting so many cool people. Songs were coming. When it comes to, I just want to do a little sidebar. When it comes to songwriting, I've never been one that says, I'm going to sit down and write a song. I don't do that. That's not my process. I don't do this for a living. This is mad respect for the people that do and have to meet the demands of contracts and whatnot. But for me, songwriting is purely like, if something's coming out, I better get some paper or pick up my guitar. So that's how songwriting works for me. Okay. So, again, back to last year, like I was writing songs. I was happy. Life in general was pretty good outside of music too. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to really give this thing a go. I'm going to promote myself. I'm going to get on social media. Going to do shows with my friends. I'll say yes to pretty much anybody who asked me. And it was great. And I needed that too. I really did, because even though I'm doing this, as we talked about last time I was here, at a later age, I am completely new. This is all new to me. And it's exciting and fun. And I got caught up in all that excitement.
Yeah.
And I realized I got this shipment of T-shirts I had made. And they came to my house. And when I pulled them out of the package, the first thing I felt was embarrassed.
Oh, yeah.
It was fucking weird, man. I was like, where I'm at now, we've talked about on this podcast before, and other people have, about the Bez and the influence it has on them. And certainly it's had a crazy influence on my life in the context of music. And now what's happening is those people are all becoming like my chosen family, right? My good buddies, my friends, my family. Those are the people I want to spend my time with.
Yeah.
Music gives me joy. Walking into the Bez for the first time and like playing my song, pretty terrified for people, and having it be well received. That's powerful. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's only like a one ripple, like one little rock in the pond.
Yeah.
So it was up to me then to say, like, okay, this actually makes me feel pretty good.
Yeah.
This makes me feel good, not other people. I'm not doing this because it makes other people feel good or makes me look good in front of other people. This is so. In that moment, I found probably self-esteem, like real self-esteem. For the first time in my life. Like, actually, Aaron, you are a pretty cool guy. You're a pretty interesting guy. Yeah, you got some flaws, but like, you have something to offer people, right? So,
right.
So it's super powerful, man. So I owe that place a lot, and you know my dedication to that place. I talk about it all the time. When this comes out, and if Russ is listening, and Harley and Fia and Bo and Wayne and all my people there, Dave, all my people there, Alana, everyone. I'm missing people already. There's just too many, but I love those people. They're my family. Like that's where I want to play music now first. So Thursday night, I go to the open mic there every night. It's more than an open. It's not an open mic anymore. It's a community stage. That's what it is. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
I'm so inspired. Like I've had some of what I feel like, without sounding braggadocious, because I know you like big words, Jordy. Some of my best performances in that place, because I just feel comfortable there. I trust a lot of those people. There's a lot of people I don't know there too. Just remember, I want to be clear about that. There's people that come in there that are just there to like, hey, what's this Bez thing about? Check it out. And like, I feel comfortable exposing myself to these people I don't know in that space too. So it's making, and I'm not the only one who feels that way. So it is making for some amazing performances. And that's where I'm at now in music, to kind of bring this sort of your question, an answer to your question is, I just want to play live wherever I feel like I need to be.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you have that willingness to perform in front of people, right?
Well, I need to learn. I need to learn how to be a good performer.
Well, fair, but you're open to it and you do it. Like you're already doing it, right? But what the thing that interests me was the embarrassment that came from seeing your T-shirts. Like that's kind of a paradox there. Like
it certainly is, isn't it? Yeah, and that was the cause for like, hold on a second, I got to rethink this.
Yeah.
So I think it's a blessing that I'm doing this at the age that I'm at, and with the life experience that I have. And like, by no means am I a genius. I'm broke.
Yeah. Join the club.
Okay?
Yeah. Me too.
All right. That doesn't make me an idiot, but something's missing.
Yeah.
I didn't figure something out, but look, man, music just makes me happy, man. I just like doing it. It gives me joy. I'll go to work and do my very best job that I can at work if I feel treated well.
Yeah.
I will, when my children are with me, if I feel like they appreciate what I do for them, it makes me want to do more. I'm going to do it anyway if they don't. That's what being a parent is about.
Yeah.
But but music is just this whole facet of my life that like it's mine. It's the only thing that I have that's really just mine. That's for me. I get to do what I want with this.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I want to do this right. I don't want to fuck it up like I've done other things in my life.
Yeah.
I want to do this right. It's got to be right.
And man, honestly, I think you are doing it right. Like every time I've seen you perform, I've always been blown away. I mean, especially because we went so long without seeing each other. I had no idea that you were developing into this amazing songwriter as well, right? So completely,
Thank you.
yeah, blew me away, and you still do. I was actually kind of curious about that T-shirt thing as well. I was curious, would you feel embarrassed if, say, a fan of yours came to a show with their own homemade Aaron James
This is
shirt?
a fucking terrific segue right now.
Oh shit! What is this? No way.
This is a beauty segue.
Is this
I
one
love
of
it.
them? This is one of them.
Yeah, I had a couple different ones made up. Russ wears one at the bus.
I like.
sometimes,
Oh,
and
dude, that's
I
sick.
just laugh.
I like Aaron James. Let's hold that up.
I chose this when I made it. I laughed my ass off because I'm like,
Yeah. That's
I don't know
perfect.
if I even like myself sometimes. So maybe if I give people T-shirts and say I like Aaron James, they'll
Dude, that's sick.
That's
I
why
also
I
thought it
love
was a little bit cheeky too, right?
Yeah. Oh man, it's great. It's simple.
That's the
Very
embarrassment part, I guess.
I can
Sorry,
have this?
Jordy, I don't have any extra smalls for you, buddy.
I think if you sew like 4 together,
That's sick.
yeah.
No, that's great, man.
I actually have more gifts.
Oh. What's this?
I brought you guys pickles. So
Oh no way.
who likes the spicy stuff?
Sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah, I'm a sometimes guy.
Yeah. Who likes it really spicy?
Not me. No.
All right. All right. So then we're going to have to do this way
Okay.
because they're both fucking spicy.
It'll be a surprise.
All right. Okay. Jordy, you get to pick first.
Right.
Okay. Spicy for Jordy.
Oh boy.
How's your catching skills?
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
That's actually one of my dry questions. Is,
Oh, check that lid.
Can you
actually.
catch
Is
this?
that lid?
Thank you.
Oh, fucking hot. That's awesome.
No, is the lid tight though?
Oh, is it tight? Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
good,
so.
good. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Oh man. This is
All right.
awesome.
Well,
thank you.
next time I'm feeling adventurous. Thank you, sir.
That's my other little passion project. I
Pickling.
like to make pickles, and
Nice.
that started during the pandemic. Actually, I was, just bored. Like
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else. I was like, I just made quick pickles one day. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make a few jars, and then it turned into like a bunch of jars. And then my youngest daughter Lucy, says to me, "Dad, you should sell your pickles." And
Yeah.
we went on this little pickle hustle adventure for a little bit. And it was kind of cool. It was
nice.
fun, but
Yeah.
I got a shithead for business, so I just like making pickles for my friends. So
The
That's cool.
pickler.
Very nice. Very cool.
they make nice gifts, man. They do. And
Thank you.
I do love
if
a
I
good
do
pickle.
say so myself, they taste pretty spectacular.
I bet they do.
I like a little, like a charcuterie board, you know?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Charcuterie, as the French might say.
Wow.
Oui, oui.
Wow. Sophisticated here.
No, I'm just a fucking douchebag, actually.
Oh, I know. I'm just kidding. No, you're not at all. Okay, well, I'm glad. I'm really happy about this shirt, and so I'm glad that your embarrassment doesn't,
Yeah.
prohibit you from actually. So are these actually for sale online or anything? Or
I'm just
no?
going to give them away.
Just give them away.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
don't know. They might show up at a show again. I just,
Yeah.
I think it was less about like, I don't want to sell merch and more about like, I'm getting way ahead of myself here. Like I was making stickers and shit too. And,
Yeah.
and I'm getting way too far ahead of myself.
The commercialism.
Like I need
of
to
it.
stop,
Right.
slow down. And I had been playing 2024, most of 2024 solo shows.
Yeah.
And before that, when I went, back to the Bez, my buddy Bo and I met this guy Wayne through Bez.
Yeah.
And we started jamming in Bo's garage, and had a couple other friends with us who have come and gone since, but the three of us are kind of the ones who've stuck. And actually, we have another buddy, Shane, who's playing bass with us now.
Cool.
But anyways, Dad Jam was born in Bo's garage.
Okay.
Originally, our name was One Step Up from Shitty, but
little long.
it's kind of a band inside joke. I won't get into that one. But anyways, we start calling ourselves Dad Jam. So anyways, as this music thing started going, I said to the guys, like, I think this year I need to go out on my own. I need to go out and like figure out what this is all about. And, I've already told you where that all ended up.
Yeah.
Right. So fast forward to like about 6 months ago, I guess, 5-6 months ago, I went to Wayne and Bo, and we were jamming in his garage one night, because that still kept going as much as we could while I was doing the solo thing, but I wasn't doing shows with them.
Yeah.
Anyways, 5-6 months ago, I said to them, I said, I miss playing with you guys. Let's do some shows. And that's really what we've been doing mostly for this last 5-6 months. Not playing a ton, because again, it's Dad Jam, and our motto is it's Dad before Jam. So we're dads, we're fathers before we're musicians, right? That has to come first. And when we find time, it's been great. We've had some challenges. We've had some shows where, we're not so happy. And like I was telling you guys earlier when I got here today, Friday night, we just played Locality Brewing in Langley. And it was one of our best shows. It was just so cool. Yeah, it was so cool. With the vision that I had for the show, the guys at first, I felt like maybe they were like, okay. But they were, as they've always been, they always just get on board, and they kind of they do actually give me the space to lead the way. I want to say that Wayne and Bo really do, because they're both way better musicians than I am. 100%. Like, this is true.
Yeah.
I can play guitar a little bit, and I'm getting better because I play every day now. That's what's changed since I started taking music seriously.
Cool. Yeah.
But I love to sing. That's what I want to do. I want to sing. I want to these guys allow me to do that. So, at Locality, they just got on board with the vision, and man, once we got a couple songs in, I could just really feel the groove, and like they were into it. And we did 2 really terrific sets. It was not a big crowd, and it did not matter, because everyone there, I'm pretty sure, had a great time.
Yeah.
And
The hills are alive
with the sound of music.
Whoa, freaked the shit out of me.
Yeah, it was a dope show, man.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's a cool feeling. So I want to keep now with music. I know that can't happen every time we go out and play.
Yeah.
This is what I'm learning.
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't mean I can't keep seeking that out.
Right. Yeah.
So
That's
So
awesome.
sick, man.
You know that, and you've searched it out. You've seeked it out. Sucked
that's all
it
we
out.
can do is we spend our life seeking and searching, don't we?
Sucking. Yeah.
Yeah, or trying to avoid life.
Honestly, like, when it comes to the commercialism of it, like, I do not blame you at all for not wanting a piece of that, because as an artist, it's your job essentially is to get out your emotions and your feelings, right, through your music, right? And you can almost look at anything in addition to just that simple fact is like it's getting in the way of that. You know what I mean? So the amount of time that you're going to be spent, doing your social media, merch, all that shit, like, artists do it because they have to nowadays, right?
Absolutely.
But yeah,
that's the game.
but it really shouldn't be that way. Like, but obviously I get it. I mean, I have to do that for the podcast too. I do all my own social media and everything too. But like, no, I think it's
But
great.
you're not making
that
money off anything.
But to
No,
get
but still.
established and to get notoriety, it ain't for me. It doesn't work for me for my life. Not right now, anyway. I don't know. Maybe someday. I never say never.
Yeah.
But right now, where I'm at, where I need to be is just performing. That's what I want to do. But anyways, yes, there's many things to be won and gained from being talented and being gifted and gaining that notoriety, right? But if you talk to anybody who's really, really famous, they'd give it all up in a second. I would think so anyway, and I've heard people say that, like Brad. I'm talking like people ultra famous, like the Brad Pitts of the world, and the
exactly right.
Yeah.
Money's not everything.
the Lady
Success isn't
Gagas
everything.
and no, it's not. Yeah,
No privacy.
It didn't make the money didn't make their life better.
No, exactly right. Exactly.
Gives you more options, makes
more
things a little
complicated.
easier when things are difficult, maybe. But
Yeah.
but man, when you lose a loved one, everybody cries, everybody poops. Eh, Jordy?
Pretty poops.
Remember
girls.
that book, buddy?
Girls don't poop, but
Girls don't poop. Yeah,
No,
that's right.
I'm not convinced. Honestly, that is the way I think it should be for an artist. Is you should be left alone to just focus on your art. When it comes to social media and all that, it sucks that artists have to do that for themselves nowadays. But really, I don't think it should be like that, man. Especially when you're working.
like that.
No. But I mean, like, to be able to, like you saying, like, gain notoriety, right?
Yes.
Advance your career as an artist, right? I just think it's sad that, like, that's the way it is. Like, it just has to be that way, unless you do have the extra money to pay someone to do that for you. But most people, you know, like you're working a full-time job, you're writing your own songs, you're producing everything, you're going out and playing live events, and then you're also doing all your social media, website, analytics, all that shit. It's a fucking lot, man. It's a lot. And for the creative types as well, like most of us, you know, you have to be in a certain space to be able to write and create, you know what I mean? And usually when you're that busy, you know, flying around, you know, barely enough time to do anything. At least for myself, I find it very hard to keep creating.
Well, you said it's time.
Exactly.
Again, we were talking about this on the patio, right? About time.
Yeah.
Like that is your most valuable currency. And what are you going to do with it? Whether it's in music or as a parent or at your job or as a partner in a relationship, like, you got to decide, like, okay, how much time does this get? That's probably one of the tougher things of being a human being in this society anyway. And I haven't traveled a ton, but I try to talk to people from other places whenever I can. And yeah, man, we all bleed red and want the same things. We want to be happy and have time with our families and
exactly,
or the people that we choose to call family, if that's the case. Because hey, is this the Steve Bays Ivy?
It is the Steve Bays Ivy. Yeah, yeah.
Right on.
If you get close enough, you can smell the Jaeger on it.
Were you guys drinking Jaeger?
No.
I just sniffed the ivy. Right.
There you go.
Is that going to be a thing now?
It might be.
Poets Garden and sniff the ivy.
Lick the ivy. That's
Like the Blarney Stone kind of thing. Well, you guys want to take a short little break here?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, let's take a break. I'm down with that. Yeah.
Swift. All right, we will hear from our still fake sponsor. The
Is it really? Hey,
Shop.
okay, hold on before we go.
Oh
there.
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Is this a real thing? A real fake thing?
So my idea was I'm going to have those ads in the episodes. I'm not going to say a thing to the penny at all, other than I've made comments when I've went in there filming the ads. Right. I mentioned the podcast. But I just figure maybe someday, it could be 10 years from now, who knows, if there's even still around, somebody might hear, be like, what the fuck is this? I just thought it would be hilarious to do it that way. So, yeah, because we don't actually need the sponsorship. I just thought it would be cool to plug a great local business.
It's so funny, man. It's like one of my favorite parts of it.
I know.
It's the regular segment, right?
Exactly. Who does that?
James here. I'm outside the penny again. Gonna make another ad today. Unfortunately, I got to film this one by myself because apparently I embarrass people that come along and film for me. I don't know what that's about. Let's do this. Wow, look at this place. It's so cool. Hey, how's it going?
Nice mustache.
Thank you. I just grew it. It's a pretty cool place. It's my first time in here. Yeah. That's amazing. You guys got really good merch. Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Pretty good. Some guy on the street was like handing out these business cards from a podcast, and then he told me to come in here. He said you guys have the greatest like gluten-free brownies. So
Yeah, we have one right there.
perfect. I'll try one of those. That'd be great.
So sweet.
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of a weirdo, but I don't know what he's trying to do. Perfect. Thank you so much for the brownie. All right, let's go. See ya. Did it again. Don't need you, Jordy. Oh, man. That was close.
Hey, you know what we should mention, too, before I forget?
Yeah.
I know you're saying you're just playing live right now. So I'm assuming you have some gigs coming up here in the summer, eh?
This episode's going to air July 8th?
July 8th,
okay.
yeah.
Relevant programs only, please. So, July 12th,
Salapalooza, that's right.
There we go. That's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, my good buddies, Matt and Sal, who I just mentioned. So, Salapalooza, I played the last 2 summers. This is a music festival that happens, and my dear friends Sal and his lovely wife Eiley, they put on a terrific music festival every summer. Come, you guys are going to be there.
We are going to be there, yeah.
Poets Garden will be.
We're going to make an episode out of the festival too, so yeah.
Shit, man, that is
sweet.
so cool.
Because
you guys are going to love it, man.
I know, man.
It's dope. Like, it's super cool.
And the lineup so far, like I know you're playing, Coco LaRose is playing, and also from our first season, Ashley Delphine is going to be there as well.
Ashley is there.
Yeah.
Harley will be there. Coco LaRosa will be there. I think the headliner this year is James Shepard, who was also the headliner last year.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Again, don't quote me on that. Sorry if I got that wrong, but he was terrific blues player out of White Rock.
Yeah.
You can probably find more information and tickets at Iria Music Project.
Right.
So check that out. Just type that in your phone. So that's Salapalooza, July 12th. July 19th, the next week, is going to be Music at the Farm. That's Dave's festival. Dave's our good pal from the Bez. Come one, come all. Just kind of free-for-all festival.
Sweet.
Gigs with the band, with my band, Dad Jam.
Yeah.
That is going to be August 9th. We're playing Five Roads Brewing in Langley.
Yeah.
And that's about it for now. We're looking for some other stuff though, but that's about it for now. But yeah, keep your. I guess our band Dad Jam has a social media page, dadjam.music on Instagram, so you can find us there.
Cool. Yeah.
For all your booking needs or just to see what we're up to,
Very
where
cool.
we're playing. I have no part of that. You were just asking me out on the deck there about social media, and I gave it up. I left the social media world some months ago now, and I don't really miss it. So
nothing wrong with that.
It's not changing my life as far as music goes. I'm still playing shows. I'm still seeing all the people that I normally see. A few less, maybe. Like definitely, social media allows you to make it. A lot of the connections I have now were through that in music, but no, it just wasn't serving my purpose anymore. So I decided to just walk away from it.
Good on you. Because I mean, I guess I wasn't that active. Like I wasn't necessarily following, like recommendations for how to get into the algorithm. So I wasn't posting like 2 or 3 times a day, but still, I was doing a lot of things just to be active, just for the sake of being active.
Yes.
And I guess it was helpful for me for doing this project, for instance, when it comes to like comparing myself to other pages and stuff and, looking at what works for certain people and what doesn't. So I do like, I guess, that I learned a bit of stuff to like help with this project when it came, because I mean, well, like for one, this is different than me being like a music artist, right? This isn't in the same category to me.
Sure.
Not that this is more business, I guess it is, but
this is a little bit more like kind of like journalism, I guess.
In a way,
maybe like
like what
podcasting. Yeah.
What really drives me is I want any artist that comes on here, I want to help gain exposure for them. Like that's kind of the main mission of my social media in general, because and then also too, say, one act that like comes on and they might bring in like a couple hundred views just on their episode, and that kind of helps all the other episodes as well. So there is a bit of a strategy I guess I try to use. Like I find it a lot more manageable using social media with this project, but when it came to my music, because it was more like I don't want to do a post just because it's gonna help me get in the algorithm, like, you know what I mean? Like I treated like I was very more selective about what I would put out into the world, because I felt like it had to represent me as an artist, kind of thing, right? Okay. Whereas this
are you proud of what you're putting out there?
For this podcast,
Are you, buddy?
For the most part, yeah.
I feel like you are. I feel like you should be, because I told you I listen every Tuesday, and
and we've got a lot of regular listeners and stuff too, and I'm so appreciative of that. For me, it's more just my internal battles in between.
Right.
It's like when you were saying, rich people lots of times, or like famous people,
yes,
come to that conclusion a lot of the time where they say, like this didn't make me happy. Like I hope everyone
wasn't worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of look at myself like I'm already in that same boat. Like I'm not wealthy at all, but I already look at it like if I was, I don't think it's going to change anything. I don't think I'm magically going to be happy every day. Like I'm going to wake up like, seize the day. Like I don't really think there's any solution for me in that regards. But I'm proud of the fact that before I started this, I really didn't think anybody, especially from Vancouver, is going to want to drive all the way out here to be on some podcast with no followers, and I thought, and me too. Like I'm not a gifted journalist. I don't know how to ask the right questions and all this shit, right? So there was a lot of doubt, a lot of self-doubt, and there still is. But when I look at what we've done already,
the set and setting here, come on, like steal the term, right?
Oh, totally.
Like, that's part of the draw, I think, buddy.
Exactly. And that was part of the big idea too, was like, if I make this place visually appealing and, a place where an artist would want to come, that will help. Right. And I'm sure it has helped for sure. Yeah. But at the same time, I do take a lot of pride in what we've done. And I look at the guests that we've had come out and just so thankful and so grateful that people have given us time to be able to support this project, and then allowing us to help support the artists that come on here too. Because that is passionate to me. That is a passion project for me, Like I've said so many times, when I would go out and see a local artist play and just be absolutely blown away, someone like yourself, you know, sitting in the audience, and I start thinking to myself of the potential of this, you know, not necessarily commercial potential, but just the potential of this music affecting people the same way it's affected me.
I think
You know
it's
what I mean?
more of a feeling of like when you hear somebody that's really, really good and you just love it so much. I mean, they make you smile or whatever they make you feel.
Yeah.
That makes you feel good. And then you start thinking like, why are more people not hearing this person?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That is an overwhelming sensation I get. You know, like the first time I heard Robin Fraze, for example. We
Yeah.
spoke about her earlier. I'll use that example because it's fresh in my mind.
Yeah.
But yeah, like definitely that's one. And so many more I've met along the way here. Like,
Yeah, man.
holy cow, man.
Exactly. Yeah.
And it's inspiring for me. It makes it pushes me. So, you know, talking about that community that you're in, that artists community, again, I have so much respect for these, I'll say kids, because to me, most of them are that I'm meeting along the way that are trying to do this, you know, make a go of this. I have so much respect for it, man, that they want to put their time, that they want to spend their time, their currency of time on gaining notoriety with their music. My only hope for them, for all of you out there that are doing that, is please, 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 just remember that this is your art, this is your music, this is you. You're giving yourself to the world. Be careful.
Yeah.
That's a precious thing you're doing. Be careful with it. It's worth a lot. I mentioned how like I'm off the social media and all that and stuff too, and the one thing I'm still like on my phone that I have is YouTube, and I'd never used to use that app before. Never watch unless I was really like searching for something and maybe I'd go there. But I actually kind of watch it regularly now. And one of the things I've been watching a lot of lately is like Steven Seagal content.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
It's gold.
Yeah.
It's like
Comedy gold.
that man has just dug himself a bit of a hole in the old
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
content world. Hey, he's an interesting guy.
My favorite
That's
is
not so interesting.
my favorite thing is Will Sasso on the old Mad TV doing Steven Seagal. Have
Oh,
you seen any of
wow.
that?
You know what? I will search.
You got it. Yeah.
I'll search it. I'll text you later.
It's so good, man. Oh shit. Yeah, that guy. What was it? Even back in the 90s or something, he did an interview saying he was actually like a secret CIA operative or something.
Oh wow.
Well, he said he's from Russia. He said he's from Japan. He said he's from Ukraine. He said he's from Texas. He said he's like,
Yeah.
who the fuck are you? Like, you don't.
Yeah.
Like,
Full disclosure, I dug his movies when I was, I guess I was probably in my late teens, 20s. I
check
dug
out
his movies back then.
check out his music.
I had no idea about all this other nonsense,
Right.
but
Check out his music, dude.
wait, what?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's a guitar player apparently, and
Right.
Is he good?
dude, you got to
Like, can he actually play?
That's to be.
I think he's
determined.
like Chuck Norris good.
Because I mean, he knows how to slap people away that are running at him.
I think he's good at
Sorry,
everything. He
redirect their energy.
Right.
Yeah. Aikido, bullshido.
Hey, I can clear a room with a fart, man. Give me a fucking block of cheese, and I'll end a
I think-
party.
I think
Couple
the
spicy
only
pickles.
I think the only Steven Seagal movie I enjoyed, because I didn't like him. Like I'd seen a couple of his movies, I didn't really get the fascination about him. But with Kurt Russell, Executive Decision.
Oh, right.
It's where he gets like kicked out of a plane.
Yeah, and okay, so I saw what again, thank you, YouTube. I watched this like short little video clip. It was like a 20-minute clip, and it talked about that movie, Executive Decision. But
it
what
did.
actually happened
Yeah.
was he was supposed to be the star of that. Seagal was. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he pissed off some higher ups.
Oh, shit.
And they went, we're gonna get this Kurt Russell kid in here, and he's gonna steal the
'Cause they-
show.
'cause
And
they kill him pretty quick.
And wait, here's it. That's
Yeah.
the best part. They're like, and sorry, Mr. Seagal,
That's amazing.
They kill him off. Like, it's fucking brilliant, man.
He's like actually hurt.
You can't
people
write
on
that
set and
shit,
stuff.
but they did.
Dude, that's amazing. Yeah,
They did. They wrote it like
that's so good. I could totally see
Yeah.
that too.
awesome.
Good shit.
Okay, so Steven Seagal plays guitar. What kind of guitar
That gets
did you
me up
see?
in the morning. That's what I live for.
That's
Stuff like that.
Nice. Oh wow! I just bonked my head on your thing here. Or you sorry.
Oh, did you?
No.
Oh,
It's cool, but like I want the mic to be here.
it'll reach. It should reach.
Pull it in.
Yeah, pull it in.
I feel like I'm gonna break something.
No, it swivels. Yeah.
Look at that breaking stuff.
All right, go.
Look at that. Can you hear me? Is that
Yeah.
good?
See, that's a great distance. Yeah, yeah.
That's the yeah. I shouldn't be like right here.
It's all right.
This is
I'll make it work. I always do.
like AM radio. I keep like bumping right up to the mic.
I know. That's all
I'm
right.
trying to be dramatic with my words.
We're really going to see if I know how to compress audio after this episode,
Okay,
which I
awesome.
don't.
Love
I
it.
don't know at all, but I will try my best. No, it's usually always fine. That's why I don't really feel the need to correct people. Like, oh, make sure you're.
Do
make
you
sure
try
you're-
to keep it a little bit au naturel, like the sound that you put out there? Like
For the dialogue, not so much. It's more just trying to make sure. I just want to make sure it's not too loud. But it's funny. It always ends up being too loud, no matter what I do. I
I
really
want it
don't
louder
understand.
a lot of times at work, but I work in construction.
Oh,
so
right.
I'm listening to you in my headphones often, and
That's the problem with me not retaining information with all of the tutorials I've looked up for mixing and mastering over the years. I don't understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I don't understand why I can look at the level and be like, okay, it's like they're all exactly the same. Okay, perfect. And I put it on and then be like, oh, that person's mic is way louder. What?
right.
Like, what? I don't know. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. But I still do it.
I got a question.
yeah, sure, Jordy.
Have you ever felt in your life that you wanted to be dropped off in like the middle of Alaska or the jungle or something with just a pocket knife and a lighter, and that's all you got, and you got to find your way to civilization using your wits and your cunning?
That question's a trip, man. I
Yeah.
like it. Well, the first thing it does is it stirs up memories of when I was a kid, and I liked playing in the dirt. Like I grew up feral, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
You know, we lived on a farm with fruit trees and space to run. It was a raspberry farm, so it was huge raspberry fields. You know,
Yeah.
our neighbors weren't like super far away. It wasn't like Alberta where your neighbor is like a mile away or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But our neighbors were like close, but like farm close.
Yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I grew up feral in the dirt, and like, I used to like pretend like play army man with my buddies out in the back 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
So did I ever wish for that? Maybe when I was younger, when I was a kid, I'd be like, that'd be cool, man. But like, of course, kids are stupid, man. They don't know. You'll die if that happens.
You get the kids
But, you
packing
know,
their
it's like if you-
suitcase. I'm leaving. You got
Yeah.
a 5-year-old having a temper tantrum.
See, here, I got a great idea. They should have Make-A-Wish for like stupid kids. Like kids that you just know are get bad seeds. They're like, all right, man, we're gonna drop you in the middle of the jungle, and you know, here's a knife, and what did you say, a lighter? Stuff. Let's see how you do. We know you really wanted to do this, and then just like, all right, see you later, you little fucker.
Oh, that'd be great.
Who knows
like
what
the Hunger
happens to him?
Games
I don't know.
or something.
Maybe he like is raised by wolves or like by some tribe in the middle of the jungle.
Yeah. Who
Mowgli.
knows?
That was a good doobie I had at the break time there.
Oh, yeah. What's your strain of choice?
That is a bit of indica, actually.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of chill out. And,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I do enjoy the weed again now. Like
Yeah.
I couldn't for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
It just messed with my anxiety and but I don't know. I think I just feel like I'm in a comfortable place in my life, and
Cool.
yeah.
That's
Yeah,
great.
So, you know, a little partaking once in a while is it's enjoyable. And certainly with music too, when I play and stuff, I like to partake and just kind of see where that takes me, man.
Yeah.
It really helps me. Like, I like to be inside the song when I perform. Like, I think it helps me to get inside the room, if you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah, yeah.
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 I think that's why you're a good performer. Because even without weed, you're I can tell. Like I don't know if passion is the word for it.
Thank
but
you.
like,
I want to be clear about that too. Like, I don't have to have it I'm enjoying it. I'm
Yeah,
exploring it right
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's great.
Exploring it because I couldn't before. I felt way too anxious. But thank you, Jordy. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Oh, that's great, man. I miss all those days. Like I've smoked it a few times here and there over the years, and I've had a couple, okay times,
Right.
but a couple also where I get just even a whiff of that anxiety from before, and I'm like, oh yeah, playing with fire here, James.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I don't know if I could ever get back to the point where I'm doing it all the time, but
Well,
maybe one
it's
day.
maybe it's the set and setting thing too, a little bit. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know what the secret is. I don't know what's changed. Like, I actually, I do know what's changed. I've talked about it a little
Right.
bit.
Yeah.
here
Yeah.
today
Yeah.
With you, what's changed for me. So maybe that's part of it too. Maybe it's hey, things happen, man. A lot of shit's happening this year for me.
Yeah.
Other good stuff. My daughter's going to graduate high school on Tuesday. That's going to be sweet.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Oh man, I just think about her when she was a little tiny baby walking around the hospital.
Yep.
The nurse telling me to put her down. I said, she's sleeping. She's good.
Oh, put her. Oh, gotcha.
Put her down like a sick dog.
But,
No.
And I'm really excited for
Yeah.
what's to come for me with music, because most of all, because what I've found in music is a really like just wonderful group of people
Yeah. Yeah.
around me that I feel supported by, and they just allow me to be me, and that's cool because I want to know who I am. I'm still learning.
Yeah. Yeah.
At this stage in my life, I'm not going to stop learning about who I am and what I have to offer and give to the world. So, I mean, it takes a lot out of you sometimes, and sometimes you just, and I do. Sometimes I just do want to be under a blanket and not get out of bed and not go to work and not do the dishes and not make dinner for the kids and not do all the shit you're supposed to do. Right? I think when you have something that gives you joy, something to look forward to. It makes all of that mundane shit, just makes it easy, man. You just do it. And then Thursday, for me, it's Thursday night, rolls around at the Bez. I love it. I see all people that I love there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get my chance to sing for them, to share my music with them. I get to hear them share their music and the stuff they've been working on. It's a really special place, and meet some interesting people, and it's just become a hub, pun intended,
Yeah.
for me to explore what music has to offer to my life.
That's amazing, man. No, it is such a great space. It really is.
And it's connected us again too,
yeah.
right?
Totally, man. Yeah. And with the guests we've had on too, I mean, you helped us, get in touch with these amazing artists as well through that too. So, and I don't know the Bez as well as you do, obviously, but just from what I've seen and the people I've met from there, yeah, it's definitely something special for sure.
Well, the music community doesn't. Did I say it already? We don't survive without each other. You can thrive away from the group with all this other nonsense that goes on, and go win Grammys if that's what you want to do. Awesome, man. I've seen some cool performances on the Grammys. Yeah, not for me. Not really. What I actually don't think I'm good enough for that.
You never know. You never know.
I think I'm good enough for, like, how about that room right over there?
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, definitely. I wouldn't ever compare yourself though to other artists by saying, I'm not good enough to do this or not good enough to do that. Because I do think there's been a lot of artists throughout history who haven't been the best at what they do, but what they do it well and they do it genuine, and that's what people cling to, right? That's why I think that there's the two types of artists and two types of musicians. There's the ones that want to master their craft, so they're a perfect guitar player or a perfect singer, and, like no wrong notes. But then there's artists like Ben Harper, who's not going to be perfect, and he's actually going to let the world see that by leaving it in his album.
Yes.
So to me, it's not about how talented you are or not good enough. It's about how genuine you are and how do people connect with that.
Okay,
And,
so I'm so glad you said that. I kind of feel like maybe I understand that about what that's supposed to be, and what these people who do end up famous or in that world, maybe they come back to that realization too once they do get there, that, like, hold on a second, like not as a whole, but like for the most, it's got to be something that might be prevalent. They get to a point where they're so famous and they just can't they can't have a normal life anymore. That either they find a way to have as normal a life as possible for themselves and their family, if that's the case, or they give into it.
Yeah, and I would say too, it's probably different for each artist and different person, right? Everyone's going to think about it differently and respond to it differently too,
Or they're
right?
clever enough to navigate it.
Yeah,
And I
yeah.
think that's what I'm saying when I say I'm not good enough. I don't
Right.
think I'm clever enough to navigate that.
Oh, right.
That's what I mean. I really do. I really mean that. I don't think I am. Aside from that, like, although I've been playing my guitar a long, long time, I've only really, for the last few years now, been playing it daily.
Yeah, yeah.
Mostly daily.
That's great. Yeah.
So I see a change from that. Singing, like my vocal performance, busking definitely helped. We were talking about that earlier.
Right,
Busking has
yeah.
helped. That became like, the push-ups and the pull-ups,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And as I was saying, letting go. And I used to go on Thursday nights and have a plan. I'm going to sing this song and this song. I don't anymore.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I usually just play what I feel literally in the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes I get inspired by what somebody will do,
Yeah.
and it will strike up an emotion in me, but I want it to always be authentic. I
Right.
want it to always be from the right place, whether I'm taking the piss out of myself and trying to be funny, or whether I'm trying to show people a dark place. It just has to be real, or I'm good, man. I'll go do something else.
Yeah, yeah, no, exactly, man.
Yeah. The process for me of songwriting, it's another thing I've been thinking about too, is meeting people along the way and hearing how they're like going to songwriting seminars. And as I've said already, I never sat down to intentionally write a song. Unless, like the other day, actually, I was doing a task. I don't want to tell you what it was because I think this is actually going to turn into maybe a really cool song.
Yeah, yeah.
But I was doing a task, and there was something about the task that struck a chord in my brain, and then a line came, and I stopped the task right there, and I went down, got a pencil and piece of paper, because it's either text in my phone, like a note, or text to yourself, or I still like to write shit down.
Yeah.
So I got pencil and piece of paper, and I wrote down this line, and then it turned into a verse, and then I just actually let it go, and I let it sit there. And then later I came and wrote another verse, and I played around with the melody for it a little bit. But anyways, I intentionally sat down to write a song, but I didn't. But what happened was, as I was doing something, the thought came. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to write this down so I don't forget it."
Yeah.
And then a couple more lines came just naturally.
Yeah.
Big picture. What I'm really trying to say is like I'm sharing who I am through this and how I feel and the things I've thought, and I want it to be authentically me.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want it to be contrived to try to elicit something.
Yeah, no,
I don't
exactly.
want it. I don't write to elicit things from people, to elicit emotions from someone. I want it to elicit emotion from me.
Yeah, yeah, man.
And then I get to perform. And when you become comfortable with eye contact, when you perform, when you're not the guy or gal who's closing their eyes anymore, you have some pretty cool moments with people playing live, man. Somebody connects, and then they come up to you after the show, and they're like, "Dude, man, I lost my dad. Like, thank you." I mean, I'll take the paycheck but that works. That works too. That'll do nicely. Thank you very much. Thank you for being honest, because I was too. So,
Yeah, man, totally.
yeah. Anyway,
I think, I think that success should be measured based on if the artist is happy with what they're doing. That should always just be number one, right?
Right.
If people gravitate towards it, great. If not, so what? Doesn't mean you should stop. Keep going with it, right? But I think with your stuff, I think people do gravitate towards it, because I've been there. I've witnessed it, and your voice is phenomenal. Your songwriting style is deep, original, and you're not afraid to be vulnerable, which is, a rare commodity these days. So,
Thank you.
Yeah. So I would say more power to you. Stay off social media. Don't worry about that shit. You know what I mean? If you ever get to a point where someone else can do all that shit for you too,
that would probably be. I think at this time that would be the only way I would go back.
Totally, man. And there's nothing wrong with that either, right? I just want to thank you so much for coming back here. And you were planning to play a song for us today too, right?
Love to.
Yeah. Cool,
Jordy,
cool.
you want to hear a song, buddy?
Yeah, man.
Jordy and I played a song earlier. It was great.
That's
We
right.
jammed out a little too. A little
said
better late than never.
Yeah.
Check it out on Spotify. It's
That's
out
right.
there.
Everyone go to Spotify. You can listen to your latest release, Better Late Than Never. And also Lessons and Weapons is still up there. From
It is, yeah.
2023.
Lessons and Weapons recorded at Fort Records with Jay Stewart
Yeah.
and Matty Leffendahl on guitar.
Very cool.
And then Better Late Than Never was with Tom Bertall in
Okay,
White
yeah,
Rock
yeah.
at 5 Feet Under Studios.
Very cool.
But again, the recording thing, I've just put that away. It's just not even. It's not even really on my priority list on my radar. I just want to play live. I want to go in that room and play a song for you guys.
Damn straight, man. We'll make it happen right now.
Yeah, cool beans.
All right, everybody.
I gotta pee first, so
Okay, we'll go do that,
All right.
and then we'll be right
top
back.
notch.
with Aaron
Jordy,
James.
love you, buddy.
Love you, man. Thank you. Sorry.
I love you too, Jordy. Wait,
Aaron.
are we on air? Yeah, we're on air. No, I don't love you. Wait till I press stop. As soon as I press stop, I'm going to tell Jordy I love him on the Poets Garden podcast.
Love you, folks.
Love you, Jordy.
Hey guys, I'm Aaron James. It's been a trip to be back at the Poets Garden podcast almost a year later from when I was here last year. My dear friend James and his good buddy Jordy got this trainer rolling. Yeah, fucking A. It's so good to be back. Hey, I want to share a song with you guys today. This is Our Wasted Hearts. It's a bit of a cheeky take on love. Well, the TV's humming and there's no sound. I had some plans, now they're gone. I've been in love, it flew away. Heard it might come back to me someday. Got an iron heart from the things that I've seen. When the fire is warm and the grass is green, I'm a fool for love, all that it brings. Where a wise man stands still, I tend to rush in. I got this fire, oh, look in my eyes. I hide behind this brilliant disguise. You let me in, I might tear us apart, and never write another song about my wasted heart. Boy, I'd write you a song about your wasted heart. Well, I spend my money like it's a hand grenade. I go to war for the bills that I pay. Yes, I do. Well, it takes two, babe. I don't count. You'll find your king. I ain't around. I got this fire. Oh, look in my eyes. I hide behind this brilliant disguise. If you let me in, I might tear us apart. Then I write another song about my wasted heart. Or I write you a song about your wasted heart. I've been a dreamer most of my days, with my head in the clouds and the world in my way. Daddy said, son, you see trouble just run.
I ran too fast, now I'm alone. Oh, but I got this fire, hey, just look in my eyes. I hide behind the brilliant skies. If you let me in, I might tear us apart. Then I'd write another song about my wasted heart. Or I'd write you a song about your wasted heart. Or I'd write us a song about our wasted hearts. Or I'd write us a song about our wasted hearts. I'd write us a song about our wasted hearts. I'd write us a song about our wasted hearts.
The Poets Garden podcast is produced and recorded by me, James Donnelly, at the Poets Garden Studio in Mission, BC. You can subscribe and rate us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and almost everywhere else. You can also find us on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. To avoid potential legal action, the Poets Garden podcast is not sponsored by the Penny Coffee Shop, yet. So next time you're in Mission, stop by the Penny for a coffee or a gluten-free brownie and say you heard about them on the Poets Garden podcast. Thank you for listening.